Aloha, my name is Chef Alan Wong. Today I will make for you some special dishes for the Washoku Challenge. Japanese ingredients are a natural thing to me, because my mom is from Japan. I was born in Japan. I came here early and we had a restaurant in Japan for 10 years. So basically how that happened was somebody came and says, we want you to take this, the restaurant here, and just bring this exactly like that to Japan. I think the Japanese people would love the ingredients and what you do with the ingredients, the Japanese ingredients in Hawaii. A lot of us are French trained, European trained, and you take ingredients from Japan or Thailand or Vietnam. It's a natural blend, because when you say fusion, I kind of don't like the word fusion because you put C-O-N in front of it, it's confusion, But this blending of ethnic cultures is a natural thing in Hawaii. You take your upbringing and your training and you combine it with what you grew up eating and the ingredients you grew up eating. Then you cook it together and you make it taste good. Okay. We have beautiful sea bream. Wow, look at this. Beautiful. Japanese Wagyu. We have Japanese strawberries, Hokkaido scallops. Okay, most of you might be intimidated at trying to fillet a whole fish, but it's quite simple. I'm gonna make 6 cuts, okay? So 3 are on one side, 3 on the other side. So the first cut is, if you feel here, it's right behind the head, there's some good meat right behind here, okay, on top. Then you gotta, basically the cut goes right behind and goes past the fin. The second cut, this is a scimitar knife and it's curved, and this is my favorite knife to butcher fish because you not only cut this way, but you can push. So I'm gonna go right by the spine and I'm gonna push here. I can feel the spine. So that was number 2. Number 3 would be right here. Okay, I make a slight cut on the tail, and right here is the other one. So with this kind of knife, you can push. Okay, and I'm at the spine again. Okay. Now it would be easy to take this fillet off now, but I'm going to repeat the process so that the bottom provides stability so it won't rock. So same thing. That would be the 4th cut. Now the 5th cut is I reverse the process again, and whenever you're butchering anything, if you have to put too much energy or force into it, number 1, you might get cut, but normally your knife should just glide right in there. And if you see, I've gotten down to that spine already. Okay, that was number 5. So the last one, number 6, is you go by the belly and you do the same thing at a slight angle. So now imagine there's a spine right in the middle, and I've gone this way and I've gone this way. So when you think about it, it's like connecting the dots. You just cut around the spine like this, and it starts coming off in one piece. And you notice I'm not really forcing it. It's not very difficult. And the only other difficult part now is right here where the rib cage is. So here, you can use a pair of scissors, or I just broke the bone. And here be one fillet. So on this one, we repeat the process. I've cut in, I've cut in. Now the bone is round, so I have to go around the bone. And we're just at the rib cage. So once again, you can use a pair of scissors right in here, or and you have your second fillet. And if you do it right, you should be able to see right through the bones. So first off, this is Konbu, and this is the fish after it's filleted. Cure it in Konbu for a little over 24 hours. So you can smell the Konbu, which has been marinating the fish beautifully. So what the Konbu does is it takes some of the moisture from the fish. It condenses the flesh, it firms up the muscle, and it makes it more intense of a flavor. So I haven't added salt yet to this. So you slice it thin enough so that you could see right through it. Here in Hawaii, we eat a lot of raw fish. We like to eat sashimi. We like to eat sashimi of all kinds of fish. And we love poke. So the Pacific Ocean for us is like our refrigerator. You go and take, it's fresh, you eat it, and tomorrow you can go again. So when you're eating sashimi and poke, one of the most important things is you have to use the freshest, best quality fish. Then I'm gonna need an avocado. And instead of scooping out the avocado, I like to peel the skin away. And when you do that, you can see already that you're gonna have that green color on the outside. So it makes it very nice for presentation. Or, here's an easier one. Cut it in quarter. And this should come right off. So this is shiso. I love the fragrance of shiso. So I took some of the fish that has been marinated in Konbu, and I cut it with the shiso on top. So as I cut it, it actually goes right into the fish. The only thing this doesn't have right now is salt. So you taste it, then you decide how much salt. So this is kosher salt. Just gonna slice some lime just for garnish. So these avocado pieces are simply placed on the plate, okay? Then I take the pieces of fish and I just drape them over the fish, the avocado. So they're like little piles. Then I'm going to take some of this tartar and just put little piles. I'm taking the entire fish in the fillet, using the whole fish. So what I've made is a sauce that has coconut milk, lime juice, salt, and chilies. The making of this is, the inspiration is ceviche. When you make a ceviche and the liquid that's in the leftover in the bowl, it's called leche de tigre, tiger's milk. So I've kind of made like a coconut lime leche de tigre. Then I have this local hana pepe salt from Kauai. So I haven't added salt to the fish yet. I just add a little bit on top. Finger lime. When you eat it, it has the acidity of lime, but the pop of caviar. Kind of just sprinkle it on the fish. If some goes in the sauce, that's okay. This is the fennel tops. Some pickled onions, red onions. And if you wanted it to be a little bit more spicy, I have this homemade Hawaiian chili pepper sauce. It will make the dish a little bit more spicy. I like it spicy. Then a simple garnish of limes and cilantro. So once again, the inspiration here is a ceviche. That's the dish.
Wow, this is look amazing, and this is so Chef Alan Wong is like the presentation, the look, and I can see the flavor is in here. So let me try it, because I know they have a lot of acidity, the spicy. So many flavor in one bite. The coconut milk is so good. It makes it whole dish is so different. So good. You have to try this.
Now I'm going to prepare Hokkaido scallops. I have them sit on paper towel so that it becomes dry, because when I put them in the pan, I want them to have a nice brown sear to them. So you just need a little oil. How high your heat is dependent upon how much of a sear you want and how thick the scallops are. So if you have them really thick, maybe you don't want it on very high heat, medium high. Right now, this is about medium thickness, so I'm going to put it on full heat. Now this dish is two parts, two pans. You're gonna see the searing of the scallops, and here I'm gonna make the sauce for the scallops, okay? So we have a little bit of Konbu dashi. To this, I'm going to add a little bit of kuzu, which is this starch. So I'm going to combine this Japanese ingredient with the Konbu dashi and add a compound butter. So this is my miso, garlic, yuzu kosho, and ume butter. Okay, so when you think about it, okay, the miso has sodium. That's the way I think about it. And ume is sour. I add a little bit of medium. That's the sweet. The yuzu kosho is the spicy and fragrance. The butter is fat. So there's a lot of fat and acid. So when you dissect this, it's kind of complex, but it's really simple. I'm adding a butter to a Konbu dashi. So when this gets to a boil, okay, I drizzle it in. Okay. This broth, and you can use any broth you want. The kuzu has slightly thickened it. The kuzu is a stabilizer. It's the cream. So what I'm trying to get at is this is going to have a lot less fat, no cream, much less than a beurre blanc. Pan is hot. I like to press them down, because the first thing you want to do is you kind of want to curl up. When it gets too hot, you just take it off the fire. Biggest mistake people make when they put something in the pan and you're sauteing or you're searing is you move it around real quick. You should just let it do its magic. Just let it stay right there. You can kind of see in the bottom whether it's coming seared or not. Once you move it, you might not be able to get that nice brown sear. So you leave it there. You would do the same thing with a steak, with even ground beef. You just let it sit, let it get brown. Flip them over. The nice golden brown color is it's caramelized, and it's going to add to the sweetness of the scallops. So at this time, I would lower the heat to middle, okay? While this is cooking, so to this, I add my butter. If this were a butter sauce or a beurre blanc, I probably would have had to add 2, 3, maybe 4 times the amount of butter. And you can see that I already have a sauce that has the viscosity of a butter sauce. Okay? Now, the only thing left to do is to taste this. Okay? So we take that off the fire. Scallops are done. This is eringi mushroom that is grown on the Big Island of Hawaii. Okay, that's the dish.
It's so good. The salt and from the miso, the richness from the butter and the mushroom. Oh, what a good combination.
This is a beautiful ribeye from Kagoshima. So what I did was I salted it and I put it in a 275-degree oven until the internal temperature is about 120 degrees. It's already salted. I'm just going to put some pepper on it. And we simply are going to sear it. Because of the richness of the meat, this portion right here probably will feed 4 to 5 people. You know, you don't want a whole lot of this, and you definitely don't want to eat the whole steak, even though you probably would like to, but it's just too rich. Well, this is searing. I'm gonna make the sauce. This here is a mixture of sauteed garlic, shallots, black pepper, and a combination of half butter, half oil. Okay, look at that color. Beautiful. While that's slowly searing, I have this heated up. I'm gonna add a little bit of stock, really little bit. This butter comes from Naked Cow Dairy. Okay, and I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese, grated Parmesan cheese. It's a great sear on the other side. And when I'm pan frying a steak, I don't just sear it and sear it. I constantly turn it. I do not want one side to get overly brown. The roast is very rich. I think the pickles would provide a nice acidic touch. The watercress is also, it has a slight bitterness to it that helps with the richness of the Wagyu. You have a very rich, well-marbled steak. You want to put ingredients on your plate that helps cut the fat and kind of marry with the steak. Even these sliced radishes, they have a slight bitter note that pairs well. Mushrooms, of course, always provide that earthy note. Crispy garlic and panko toasted. So we got the garlic breadcrumbs, they're toasted. And we have this garlic and shallot sauce. Here you have Japanese Wagyu steak with ume pickled tomatoes, toasted garlic, criminy mushrooms, and a garlic shallot black pepper sauce. I think they're so delicious that you want to do as minimal as possible to these beautiful tasting strawberries. I'm going to cut them in half. Put them in a bowl. And I'm going to macerate them. Macerate simply means to let sit in its own marinade or a marinade. And I should have said in the beginning that whenever you cook, you always taste the product. So that because they're so sweet, I'm going to add a little sugar to them. You don't have to add as much sugar. And if you don't want to add sugar, you can simply add honey, maple syrup, whatever you want. So we have strawberries that have been cut in half. I take a little sugar. Strawberries are sweet, so I'm not going to add too much. Okay. And then one of my favorite things to add to the maceration for the strawberries is a little Grand Marnier. You could use orange liqueur, you could use Cointreau. You just take that, and what's going to happen is the sugar is going to melt. It's going to sit in the strawberries, and you'll get a little Grand Marnier. So you would let this sit for about maybe a half an hour in the refrigerator. So you simply take the strawberries, put them in your bowl. You leave some facing up so you can see the inside of the strawberry. You see some facing down so you can see the nice red color. And we have a chilled sabayon sauce. So now a sabayon sauce, whether it's chilled or hot, one of the qualities is it's always very light, very airy. This is eggs, cooked sugar, and then a little bit of whipped cream. And simply, you take this very airy, chilled sabayon that is also scented with Grand Marnier. Take the candied almonds, butter and sugar, toast it in the oven from raw. Sprinkle it. You'll give a great taste, great texture. Simply garnish with the mint. These are Japanese strawberries. Hello, Chai.
Oh, hi, Chef. Oh, it looks
Please
so
enjoy
good.
these Japanese strawberries.
Thank you so much. Japanese strawberry is so good, and the sauce of sabayon, fantastic. So well done.
Now I made the 4 dishes. Now it's your turn. I want you to recreate these dishes using the same ingredients, and you'll have the list, you'll have the recipes, and take on the challenge. Now you have to go out to your Japanese supermarket, select those ingredients, and try to come up with these dishes, and who knows, maybe you might create a better dish. Remember, when you share your pictures and your videos on social media, add hashtag Washoku Challenge. I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful experience using these beautiful Japanese ingredients. I look forward to seeing what you do.